afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Wednesday, April 4, 2024. A little after 3:15 p.m. Eastern. We'll be having a time for change call around 9 o'clock tonight. It is amazing that no matter how much we address it, what we think about, we create. What we focus on, we create. Even though people acknowledge that and they say, well, I understand that, it is challenging to move yourself out of the worry, stress, fear into prosperity, abundance, happiness, joy, and bliss. So it's almost like we each choose a set of glasses, right, that we put on. Now, some of the glasses are poverty consciousness glasses that only reflect back to our thoughts of lack, deprivation, financial challenge. Or we are wearing our abundance vision spectacles and experiencing an attitude of gratitude that truly recognizes the divine wealth throughout our day. So take this moment of your life right now and get really curious about how you are usually seeing this world around you. Because however you see it is how you're going to live it. Now, when you're wearing scarcity glasses, you are unknowingly focusing on what isn't working and worrying about what is missing or lacking in your life. As you see only what's missing, your body, mind, and emotions are permeated with the neurochemicals that create the experience of more fear, doubt, worry, scarcity. And this creates a lower vibration in our bodies, where we can only manifest experiences that reflect back that frequency of difficulty, poverty, and lack. This is why, and it's very difficult for many people to comprehend, but this is why people stay in lack their whole lives. Always worrying, stressing, and fearing how they're going to do this, how they're going to do that, how, this, and they stay there. And then they accept it. But they don't know that they're creating it. But then they continue to create it. So one might say, well, how in the heck can somebody that's in poverty move out of poverty into abundance or prosperity? How's that possible? They don't have anything. They don't have the wherefore. How are they going to do that? How's that ever going to happen? Right? And it's created just by the way we think. That's it. That's all it is. And our thoughts, as we know, are just things. They don't have any power until we give them power. So does that mean that everybody on the planet who is in poverty consciousness move themselves out of it? Absolutely. But most don't even know where to begin with that. Where are they at? Okay, so in poverty consciousness, you doubt yourself. You don't have faith in yourself, and you don't have confidence in yourself. You trust. You don't trust yourself. And it's the same with the universe. This has to go up 100% across the board. And how many people every day are deeply grateful for the very moment they're in. And not only that, but stay in that energy of gratitude. How do they, some people might go, do it once a month. Be grateful. Something happens and they're so overwhelmed and they're just so grateful. But then it goes back to, ego mind control and how you're being guided, led, directed. How in the heck, what would happen in the event that we all had a kind of like a roadmap, right? The map told us exactly how we could move from worry, stress, fear, lack of, poverty consciousness into prosperity, abundance, happiness, joy, and bliss. No matter what your situation is. And the interesting thing is that you're the only one with the power to do that for yourself. That's it. And see, if it's superficial, then what you get's going to be superficial. Now, understand that we've been programmed, of course, right? Not only have we been programmed, we have been conditioned for our whole lives. So how are we conditioned? Well, we're conditioned to be controlled and mastered by the ego mind, which is highly insecure, never satisfied, period. Now, it's interesting because any of us can take off our poverty glasses and exchange them for new abundance vision. And super clear abundance glasses have powerful consciousness lenses that allow us to perceive what is working and what we are thankful for, where we are successful in this life, and to truly feel the awesome divine energy that surrounds us and permeates us. It permeates our very being. We no longer have to settle for a hard-working, tough, unloving life, which a lot of people are trained and taught to be. Hard-working, tough, unloving life, where we are just getting by. It is truly miraculous what manifests when we start seeing our world as a place that is full of joy and abundance. Now, you ask a lot of people, they'll look around and say, you're out of your mind. But that is the control mechanism of the ego mind has gripped them very, very firmly. You no longer see, we don't ever have to settle for a hard-working, tough, unloving life where we're just getting by. It is truly miraculous what manifests when we start seeing our world as a place that is full of joy and abundance. People say, well, my situation's different. Mine's this or mine's that, or you don't understand. And as far as your financial situation, it doesn't really matter what has happened to you. Excuse me. 10 years ago. Or what you were struggling with yesterday. It doesn't matter if you have loads of money or are dirt poor or are happy with just getting by. You can still step into abundance consciousness now and begin to feel that your life is rich and full of amazing opportunities. The feeling will attract all the money and goodness you desire. It is okay to receive rich things. Many of us, we go, no, and it could be subconscious. It may be subconscious, right? Not on the surface. But many of us will go, no, I couldn't accept that. I'm not good enough for that, or I don't deserve that, which is crap. That's ego mind. See, it's this feeling. And that feeling will attract all the money and goodies you will ever desire. And it's okay to receive rich things. Every one of us deserves the best of everything. That's final. That's it. Even if you've never worked a hard day in your life, you do deserve to take an abundant vacation. What matters most is that you do not postpone another moment of your life and put on your abundance vision glasses today and don't take them off. They become part of you. Because you look at the planet, see, a lot of us have viewed things and looked at things, and we have different perspectives and belief mechanisms, and we view things and review, and we make our own conclusions. What we perceive, how it affects us. And see, it's only up to it's up to you. It's not up to anybody else. I don't care what anybody says. It's not going to come from out there. It's about you. Does anybody on this planet deserve to be in poverty? A big fat no. Poverty thinking, right? Focus on poverty and focus on where the abundance is in your life right now. So you focus on where the abundance is in your life right now. It may surprise you to find that it is already here, flowing in several areas of your life. Remember that abundance comes in many forms. I think people focus, that abundance is just about money. Wealth is just about money. It really isn't. Comes in many forms. You can experience an abundance of love. A lot of people would love to experience an abundance of love. You just don't know how to do it. They don't. And it's not tough. The abundance of love, support, creativity, laughter, friends, imagination, space, peacefulness, playfulness, energy, health, positive thinking, money, and the list goes on and on and on for infinity. See, that to many people, the surprising truth is that we naturally are the spiritual source of abundance itself. There are no limits on what we are or who we can be. Zero limits. Okay? Yeah, of course your ego mind will put limits on it, right? Doubt, fear, you don't have 100% trust, faith, and confidence in yourself or the universe. Our very essence is abundant in all ways. And look what the programming does. Look what the conditioning does. All of us are infinite, timeless beings. We inherently embody an abundance of love, peace, strength, compassion, etc. Now, this is the irony to all of this. Since we are abundance itself, all it takes to experience more abundance is to recognize and give thanks for all of the abundance that is already you. The more we become aware of our truly abundant inner nature, the more outer abundance will show up in our life. Once we realize and see how abundant we already are, we will be amazed at how quickly we will start to manifest even more abundance to ourselves in the form of financial freedom, amazing relationships, incredible health, and tons of enthusiastic energy. I've often done in my journal, set aside about 20 or so minutes every day. People say, wow, you know, if I did everything that you say I should do, I wouldn't be able to do anything. Well, that's negating everything, I guess, isn't it? Set aside 20 minutes or so every day this week, to practice this abundance vision exercise. Remember, abundance is a lot more than just money. Get out a piece of paper and write down all the different types of abundance that are in your life right now. Then focus for the remaining time on how each one feels in your body when you think about it. Notice how good it feels to have each of these forms of abundance in your world. Allow yourself to feel expansive, rich, and free in your body with each form of abundance you find. The last 2 minutes of this exercise are spent in deep, deep, deep gratitude, thanking this universe for providing all of this abundance. And enjoy the feeling. Everything starts with us, and everything ends with us. We are all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. It's an absolute fact. Now, many of us may argue this throughout this lifetime, and other lifetimes, future lifetimes, but there's no getting around it. We are supremely powerful, manifesting beings, creators, and whatever we focus on, we get. It's not difficult to understand. I don't believe any of us are having a difficulty understanding that. But none of us are exempt. We all wander off. We wander off back into what? Worry, stress, and fear, anxiety about money, about, thinking about a month from now what you're going to do. And then you can say to yourself, man, I am really in the ego mind here. I don't care to be in it. I've been down this street many times, and I know where it ends up. So I focus on what? You focus on the now, and you focus on abundance. Because you, whether you know it or not, are completely abundant. The God within that body, completely abundant. You are abundance. You are prosperity. You're never not, okay? Is poverty thinking, what is it really? Why do so many people, why are they there in poverty thinking? What do you believe, what motivates us to move into poverty thinking? Poverty is thinking of, lack of, you want a certain kind of relationship, but whatever it may be for you, but you feel like you don't deserve it, and that's why it's not happening, right? Or yet we negate ourselves all the time in just normal conversation with ourselves, regular, or with other people, and we don't really, unless it comes from other people towards us, then a lot of us are affected by that. To someone, one might say, you mean to tell me that everyone on this planet planet is abundance. Yep. Is prosperity. Yep. Within them, we contain all of this. This is what makes us up. This is what we are. The true God within these bodies holds all of that. Does it make any sense it wouldn't? Yeah, how many times have you found yourself, or listening to others, where this statement comes out? Oh, I'd never be able to afford that or get that or anything. Oh, not in a million years. See? That's poverty consciousness. Right there. Lack of. Undeserving. You ever had the situation during holiday where you just said, I would like to get this gift for so-and-so. Not that they're expecting one or anything, but I want to get them this gift. So you get this gift, and you have, if you don't care to wrap it, you have someone wrap it, and you're all excited about it, and you give them this gift. You go and you give them the gift, and you say, here, this is a gift for you. And they look at you and they say, they take their hand and put it up and they say, I can't accept this. And you look at them and you go, why not? Well, I just, and there's so many things that come out of their mouth. I don't really deserve a gift from you. What have I done for you to deserve a gift? Or, something like that. Crazy stuff. No, I got this gift for you because I wanted to give it to you. That's it. I don't have you don't have expectations because you're given a gift and you want something in return. A smile is the greatest reward for any of us when we give a gift. A thank you. Genuine, not superficial. But they're very adamant, and you find yourself almost in confrontation trying to convince them to accept the gift. What causes that with some of us? It's because our opinion of ourselves, again, we're protecting the ego mind, remember, it's not really high. You feel the only reason that gift's not being accepted is because the person that you've given it to feels undeserving. They genuinely feel that they do not deserve to receive a gift. That's it. Period. And what comes with that? Guilt, frustration, disappointment, low frequency. The opposite of that is that, why, thank you so much for this gift. Oh, it's just wonderful. Can I give you a hug? Absolutely. And you see the difference there? And you can feel the difference in frequency, the difference in happiness. And it's like, have you ever gotten something, right? And you get it, and then you start having doubt because you got it. You ever experienced that? It's not a great feeling. It isn't. It's ego mind. And it comes in, and you say to yourself, I probably shouldn't have gotten this, or this or that, or, that you say you couldn't afford it, or you couldn't have done this or that. All of that is crap. It really is. It is crap from our programming in this life. Okay? When you know genuinely, and you completely surrender to it, that you are an abundant being, that you are a prosperous being, that you deserve the best of everything. Oh, well, then, see, here's another one that comes in. Oh, well, that if everybody deserved the best of everything on the planet, it would be an absolute mess. Why? See, that's more stinking thinking. Why would it be an absolute mess? There's no reason for it to be an absolute mess unless we're all into ego mind control. Ask yourself this question in the quiet time of this meditation. Do you get things to impress others, or do you get them because you enjoy them? Okay? Whatever it may be. It doesn't have to be something ridiculously expensive or anything, but do you get things that you decide you want to impress others in your life? Or do you get them because you enjoy them and you deserve the best of everything? It's not like you're running around telling, oh, I deserve the best of everything. Within yourself, you know that you are abundance, you are greatness, you are deep gratitude, you are joy, you are bliss, you are happiness. Why not enjoy that? Why? You see, because of our program conditioning, it's suppressed. It's there, but we don't visit it. And where's the happiness at? Well, enthusiasm is phenomenal. It's really catching. It increases our vibrational frequency. Enthusiasm for what? Enthusiasm for other people and experiences and yourself. You know, someone says to you, well, you know, I inherited a bunch of money and you know, I'm really going to have just a ball and enjoy myself. And some people would say to themselves, or they would feel inferior. Wow, I wish I could have that. When they are that. But genuinely, when you say, look at the other person, say, great. I am so happy for you. Enjoy yourself. Remember, enjoy yourself. Don't kill yourself. Don't get carried away. But enjoy yourself. Have fun. Because everybody's a reflection of us in some way, shape, form, or another. Right? Everybody is. It's a reflection. We're a reflection of each other. Different aspects. You know, you look in the mirror, you see something new every day, or, you know, you're talking with somebody and you say, wow, they seem real familiar to me. You never met them before in your entire life. Well, you know why they're so familiar with you? You feel so familiar with them? Is because they're part of you. That's it, bottom line. Well, then why is it that you come across certain people that you can't wait to get away from? Doesn't mean you know them, right? It's just a feeling you get when you get around them. And other times you meet people and you just want to sit there for hours and just gab with them and talk with them. What's the difference between that? Well, the one you want to run away from are that they show you not everything that they represent themselves to be, but certain aspects they kind of are not the ones that you have, that you say, I don't really care to interact with that. Those are parts of myself that I'm seeing in this other person that I'm not interested in. I don't care to visit those. When in actuality, you should be embracing them, loving them. All of us would be so emptied out of all the shenanigan programming and conditioning if we were just to face everything, love it, embrace it, find out what it needs, and it just vaporizes, it disappears. That's the same with the ego mind, as long as we leave it alone. Most of the time we can't leave it alone. We're so conditioned to using the ego mind that it's life in, life out. It isn't about waiting for things. You know, how many of us have been waiting for whatever things? Waiting and waiting and waiting, right? If only this was, or if only that, you know, here, this, and so on and so forth. The deeper we can let go and rest into our body and mind, the deeper we dive down that little rabbit hole, discovering that this experience of God is the foundational truth of who and what we really are. When we fully realize that God exists inside us, there is a feeling of deep relief, like nothing you've ever experienced in your entire life. It's as if you were holding your breath underwater all this time. You ever done that? You ever held your breath to see how long you can hold your breath? Or a situation, and you get to the surface. and when you get to the surface, you've exploded up to the surface for your first breath of air. Have you ever done that? What does that feel like? You feel like you can take in life in its totality with such a great lightness and buoyancy that you often feel like you're floating on air. All of us always have the opportunity, ability, power, strength to lift our consciousness is to ground it deeply. To do this, all that is needed is the state of surrender. You're looking at something and you go, I let it go. I'm surrendering to it. It's universe, it's all yours, baby. I'm surrendering it. I'm just going to let it go. And you could do this all day, because at first it's like everything keeps coming in, right? And one goes away, another one comes in, one goes away, another one comes in. It's like constant. And you just say, you're not giving up. See, it's not like, oh, I give up, I quit. No, you're not doing any of that. You're just saying, I surrender this. Surrender it. Now, to completely surrender means you are not only willing to let go of your mind. To let go of your mind, okay, we know what that means. It means we step out of the mind, let go of it. You move into the now. You focus on your breath. You're as still as a statue, and you're relaxed into the body. And you listen to your breath rise and fall. So to completely surrender means you are not only willing to let go of your mind and every thought inside your mind, yet that willingness is also relieved of its duty. You have completely let go. Now, this is a continual process. It isn't like you're going to do it like the ego mind will say, well, you're just going to do this once, right? You don't need to do it all the time. It's a perpetual release every day. This is for all of us. It's a perpetual release, which means it's always constant, every day, where we no longer are holding on tight to anything. No attachments, no expectations. Enjoying, loving, appreciating, and gratitude, but not attached, right? Our ego's desires move to the back burner, see, when we do this. The back burner of the stove of our lives. And we trust the synchronistic flow of this universe instead. We say, universe, I have faith, 100% faith in you, 100% trust and 100% confidence, all the time. Which means you have 100% across the board all the time with you. Confidence, faith, and trust. Trust takes the front burner over desire. When you trust, when you experience you trust something, right? And it doesn't matter what anybody else outside you is saying. It doesn't matter what the ego mind is trying to convince you of. You believe in your heart mind that you really trust something. You've had that. I know we've all had that feeling at least once, if not several times in this lifetime alone. So when that happens, see, when trust takes the front burner over desire, and we choose to surrender to each experience, and it's not because we have to, right? It isn't about, oh, I have to do this, but because it feels so good. There is this constant merging with what is that feels lighter and more free on the inside. And from this place on the inside of us, whatever we want is what God wants. You're God. Your will becomes God's will. And God's will becomes your will. You become grounded in the divine reality. This grounded, enlightened state only happens through total, continuous state of surrender. It's the only time it's going to happen. So the big question for all of us is, ask yourself today is, what causes you not to be grounded in God? What choices are you making that aren't allowing you to enjoy your life? Very good questions for us to ask ourselves, aren't they? Not complicated, really. Relax into our body and trust the divine, of which who and what we really are. This is a unique and personal answer for everyone. Yet there is a 99% chance it has something to do with being wrapped up in attachment to desire. Attachment to any one desire is what makes us think we're separate from God. Being in deep desire makes us think we need to go someplace better, have more money and things, because a better person, become a better person. Also that we can eventually find happiness, fulfillment, and peace later on. Desiring all these things makes us reach, push, and lunge out for that carrot and overlook the God source that is already within us, here, now, within you, here, now. Desire is a tricky thing for all of us because we also need desire to keep life alive, flowing, and karmically moving. Without desires, we would all become sleeping slugs in puddles of warm mud. This may sound nice to some people, right? Yet honestly, how many years can one really enjoy this? Some, yeah, maybe there are some that do. The discovery to having a great relationship with your desires is trusting that all your wishes are also God's wishes for you. Know that this universe is a team player who is on our team, doing everything necessary to manifest our needs at the right time and place. When you truly surrender and trust that the universe, this universe, is always working for you and never against you, then you're able to relax fully inside your body and find a deeply grounded experience in the divine. If you should ever believe that God's will and your will are different, your ego is playing a game with you. You are never separate from God. You only think you are trapped in a state of difficulty and suffering because there is some idea that you are separate. This is what ego is all about. Ego is simply attention and identity, a separate goal-oriented mind inside you that is all about serving the little me to attain its personal success and agenda. It has nothing to do with merging with existence. So sometimes, if you ever ask yourself, maybe in a certain way, are you living from your microcosmic self, your miniature little self, or your macrocosmic self, your large self, from the God that you are? Do live from both and see what occurs. Only living from ego's needs always leads to future suffering for all of us. This is what perpetuates the cycle of what? Needing, having, possessing, wanting, and then grasping for more. True surrender is perpetually trusting. It's a deep letting go of the ego's ideas about what you want and don't want, what you let go, what you do to let go. You start abiding in the sacred home and heart where God is. And manifesting your desires simply happens and feels like icing on the cake. Knowing this is true wisdom and the source of where real freedom, empowerment, love, and lightness will shine through. And I will always say this over and over again. You desire to be grounded in the God that you are, then slow your life way down. Okay? Have you ever watched people, we're all people watchers anyway, but people whose bodies become older, right? The body becomes older. And I'm not talking about people that are decrepit, okay? They're very mobile, flexible, but they move slow. You've been behind, yet you're in a hurry, right? Doing something. And you got to get, A, B, C, D, E, F, G done. You're in a hurry. But for some reason, the universe put somebody in front of you. Now understand, you're in the ego mind. You're really in a hurry. We've all been there. You're not really thinking about, I got to get here. I got to get this done. Oh, geez, I should have waited till after, but I got to get it done. So, lo and behold, somebody in front of you comes along, and to you, they're moving in slow motion. And you are getting more and more frustrated. You're muttering to yourself, mumbling to yourself, what is up with this one? Holy cow. How long is it going to take them just to do this? Now, in a way, they have determined and decided that they're not interested in speeding through life, that they've decided to slow way down, walk slower, eat slower, do things at half the speed you normally do them at. People on this planet easily miss God when they are rushing through their day. Rushing through any life experience is like an act of violence against your soul. It means you're attached to the mind, still chasing after that carrot in a rat race, and overlooking the sweet, all-loving divine source that is here to be enjoyed at the core of your very being. Now, when you're hurrying to get here and there, you will eventually get into the habit of feeling behind, overwhelmed, never on top of your life, always having to do things, bum, ba-doom, ba-deem, ba-dum. You stop believing in destiny and you start beating yourself up about things that should or shouldn't have happened. When you slow down, you'll notice, and I'm not talking about fake slowdown, where you're still churning inside, but you're pressing and ignoring that and trying to act like you're slowing down. I mean genuinely slow down. When you do this, you'll notice that every single problem you have is because you are not fully here now, grounded in God. And when the ego stops pushing you to get to the next experience so that you one day find happiness, you'll drop the amnesia of what your life mission really is about. The day you are 100% surrendered to the God Source, all your problems will have faded away, and you'll see everything in a deeply eternal loving in disguise. I'll join you in the meditation. I'll return to close this out. Take an easy and slow breath in from the nose, and an easy and slow breath out from the mouth. Remain still. You are a divine source of light. At your core, you are this unlimited loving awareness that can never die. This divine energy walks when you walk, sees what you see, talks when you talk. It's with you every breath along the way. It is inside everyone you know, your friends, your lovers, even your enemies. This source of infinite love is radiating like the sun like the sun you are right now. There is plenty to go around. To spread it onto everyone you meet today. With your inner light shining strong, what a glorious world it truly is. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night and following morning. We will return here tonight, Wednesday, April 3rd, 2024, a little after 9:15 p.m. Eastern, to continue our time for change call. And tomorrow, Thursday, April 4, 2024, well, after 3:15 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call. Be gentle, kind, generous, and humble with yourself at all times. Be in the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, purest of the purest purest, eternal gratitude at all times, no matter what's happening around you or within you.